Hello and welcome to our virtual Scots Culture Competition 2021. I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody for all your entries in the poetry, the singing, the handwriting and the art competitions. It was really difficult to make some decisions. Thankfully, we had Mr. Turley from the senior school judging our poetry competition, and you'll see his little video announcing the winners later. The handwriting, art and music were all decided by a judging panel made up from a number of judges, and right at the end of the video you'll see the announcement of those winners, as well as, of course, the announcement of the winning division. Remember, everybody who submitted an entry in either art, handwriting, singing or poetry earned a point for their division. So even if you didn't feature in the final film or make it as a winner, you still helped your division. Well done. It's been a pleasure to watch all your entries. Thank you for all your efforts.
Is there for on his poverty that hangs his heat and all that the cowards safely passing by, we kill for all that, for all that and all that, our toils obscure and all that, the rank is but the gilly stamp, the man's the gout for all that, then let us play that come it may, as come it will for all that, that sends somewhat toward at the earth may bear the glee and all that, for all that and all that is coming yet for all that, then man to man the world o'er shall brilliant be for all that. Raindrops, raindrops, stutter off stains. Granny told us you would come, she felt it in her veins. Raindrops, raindrops, pattering on the pane. Bash yourselves to smithereens, and then he come again. A cat came filling out of a barn with a pair of bagpipes under her arm. She could sing nothing but fiddle come feed. The moose has merit the bumblebee. I hid a bouncing puppy thought, it piddled on the mat. And say my mother kicked the deuce. Newy haircut. Bogeyman, fars your hanky. Your snotters are lying, and your habits are manky. Stutchers and putchers and steezels and horse should not be spread by a tissue and ghosts. Scots where hair where well is bled, Scots when bruises often led. Welcome to your gory bed, or to victory. Now is the day and is the hour, see the front will battle, see a boat where Edward's power, chains and slavery. War will be a traitor knave, walk and fill the coward's grave. Mercy pieces be asleep, let him turn and flee. While for Scotland's king and law, freedom's sword will strongly draw. Freeman stand or freeman fall, let him follow me. Thames by Robert Burns. We sleek it, cur and timorous beastie, oh what a panic's nigh beastie. Thou needn't start to war so hasty, wee bickering brattle. I would be loath to run and chase thee, wee murdering pattle. Still thou art blessed, compare we me, the present only toucheth thee. But I backward cast my ee on prospects dear, and forward, though I cannae see, I guess and fear.
To the Last by Robert Burns. Ha! Where you going, you crowling fairly? Your impudence protects you surely. I cannae say, but you strunt early. Your gaze and legs, thou faith I fear. You dine but sparely on sick a place.
Ye ugly creeping blasted one who detested shunned by son and sinner, how dare ye set your foot upon her? Say fine, a lady. Go somewhere else and seek your dinner on some poor body. Up in the Morning by Robert Burns. Cold blows the wind, free east to west. The drift is driving steady. Say loud and chill, I hear the blast. I'm sure it's winter fairly.
Up in the mornings, no follow me. Up in the mornings early.
When all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny bridge, when the sun shines bright on a glow man, for me a measure we'll never meet again. By the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you attack the high road and I'll attack the low road. And I'll be in Scotland before me. For me and my true love will never meet again. By the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Jenny Deans to all her friends. She would never tell a lie.
But when a smell escaped herself,
She cried, "It wasna me! It was the beans," said Jenny Deans, "that made that ill wind blow."
they said, "Tuck head."
There's mere hot air. None you must know.
I think I'll be a spaceman and travel to the moon.
To poke about the craters and see what I can find. They say it's full of diamonds, gold and silver ore. I laid them in my spaceship until I quite a storm. The man from Mars was in the kitchen, eating shredded wheat. What I forgot to tell you was his in were on his feet. Time he started on the kale, the barley and the mutton. My mother screeched, "Look at his moo, it's on his belly button." Bonnie Johnny Blue, safely on the friendly main. Many a heart would break in twa, should he ne'er come back again. Will you no come back again? Will you no come back again? Better love ye carry be. Will you no come back again? You trusted in your healing man. They trusted you, dear Charlie. They can't you hiding in the glen. Death and exile braving. Will ye no come back again? Will ye no come back again? Better loved ye can he be. Will ye no come back again? Jenny told my mammy that I got a pammy at the school today for fidgeting and fiking. It wasn't to my liking, and neither was the extra dog that kept me frae my play. If Jenny hadn't claimed it, I would have been near fliked it when Mither turned and flighted me just like I was a dog. Affronted that her job should misbehave like Thorn. She gave clean at the handle sign and bat me on the lug. When duking in the river now, I met a muckle crocodile. He flicked his tail, he blinked his eye, so bared his ugsome teeth at me. Says, I never saw the like. Cleaning your teeth won't be a fight. What sort of bittern do ye hate to brush yourself teeth like that? The crocodile said, "Neena fo, I need to brush my teeth at all. A wee bird fits them up, you see, and saves me money at dentist fee."
Hello boys and girls, from primary 1 all the way up to primary 6. My name is Mr. Turley and I teach up at the senior school at the Edinburgh Academy. Mrs. Tatkin asked if I could be a judge for the poetry competition that many of you have been getting involved with as part of Scots Culture Week. And so that's been a real joy for me to see so many of you getting involved. So many of you learning a poem off by heart, trying to understand the meaning of that poem, and importantly, communicating the ideas behind that poem in imaginative and creative and exciting ways. You really, for getting involved with that, you really should give yourself a pat on the back. Really fantastic. We should thank your teachers for setting up such an exciting project, and of course your families, who I'm sure were instrumental in helping you get there. While I have to choose a winner from each year group, it's not an easy task, and I certainly don't want anyone to be disheartened if you're not the winner. It really is about taking part and learning a bit about poetry. If anyone watched the inauguration of President Joe Biden a few days ago, you will have seen that one of the main events in that ceremony was a poem that was written and delivered by Amanda Gorman, a really young poet in America. And if you haven't seen it, do try and have a look at it, because it was a really amazing example of how poetry can communicate so wonderfully brilliant messages. And it's in the performance where that communication can be at its most powerful. And you all demonstrated that in your poems that you gave over the last few days. So, for winners, we have the following. In Primary 1, Emily. In Primary 2, Jake. In Primary 3, joint winners, Amelie and Henry. In Primary 4, Eleanor. In Primary 5, Olivia. And in Primary 6, joint winners, Oscar and Rachel. So congratulations to them, but also congratulations to all of you for getting involved. I cannot wait until we're all back at school, and then I'll be able to come down to the junior school and maybe meet you and congratulate you in person for getting involved in such an exciting project. Meanwhile, take care, be safe, and see you soon.
A Man's a Man by Robert Burns. Is there for honest poverty that hangs his heat and all that? The coward slavery pass him